my rant. And I've been kind of wanting to stay away from this subject just because I'm trying to keep politics out of the show. But I've worked in restaurants. I started off doing dish. I've worked at Olive Garden. I've worked the line. I've worked restaurants. Worked at Steak and Shake. I've worked in restaurants. Something I never thought I should be given was more money than what I was worth, because then you get anywhere. You don't feel accomplished. But let me tell you something that ticks me off. It's when people, no, I won't even say people, when idiots work at a restaurant, okay, and they actually think that they should get $15 an hour when they can't do the simplest things. I'm not talking about getting orders wrong. I see a lot of people say that. And I've been in restaurants when it's hectic and when it's slammed and when it's completely dead. And then all of a sudden you get a bus full of people. 2 buses pull up. 2 tour buses or church buses, and you get completely slammed. You're not prepared. I've been there. Whew. Pollen's bad today. I've been there. I'm talking about, and still, you should be prepared for that. Don't get me wrong. But, you have a job to do. A simple job, okay? And that job is to do what you're assigned to do within that restaurant. Now, this goes on to the managers of these 2 restaurants I'm about to mention. One of them is Popeyes out south. I've been told they work hard and they're losing employees, and they are. Biden's throwing out all this money and people don't want to work. There's help wanted signs everywhere. There's managers on Facebook pleading with many businesses for people to come and work. So I understand that part. But what I don't understand is when you have even a skeleton crew, and your line is backed up to the street like Popeye South was. Okay, and say you only have 4 people in the kitchen and 1 manager. Okay, I'm not sure how many they usually have on staff, but okay, let's say there's 3 people in the kitchen and a manager, 4 people in all. It takes a matter of seconds, okay, seconds, for you to get a piece of white paper or white cardboard poster or whatever you got in the back, or white paper on a clipboard, and put in your window, "We accept cash only." It's really not that hard. Now, I don't know if they couldn't spell that or if they couldn't do that, but this is twice that's happened. Twice. I understand systems go down. I do. Been there, done that. But what I also saw was a sign that said accepting cash only. So I was in this line for 20-something minutes. I wasn't even doing an episode of it because I had done a restaurant, a drive-through episode or whatever. And we all know Popeye's drive-through here in Jackson, north and south, is always long. Jackson knows that, okay? But what I don't get is how you can't do something simple, like when you pull up and you see the windows, you see the front windows, and they're not even doing dine-in, which is idiotic, but okay, whatever. All they have to do is put a sign there when you pull into the drive-thru and says cash only. I don't carry cash with me. I don't. I know a lot of people that don't. So if I'm sitting in this line for 20 minutes with kids ready to eat, and then all of a sudden I get to the monitor, and they're like, sorry, not even anything on the monitor, not even a piece of paper saying cash only. They was like, can I get your order? Yeah, tell them my order. All that's done. Oh, by the way, we're only accepting cash only. I was like, how long did you know this? Well, since the last few cars. So your systems are down. Yeah, they've been down most of the day. What? So I asked him, I said, what idiot forgot to put a sign out front? Jesus. Okay. That's happened twice at that Popeyes. Twice. Okay. I gave him another chance a month later. So it's been about 2 months, okay, apart from when it happened. You know, maybe a month or two apart from when it happened. Wasn't consecutive because I wasn't, ain't no telling how long that damn system would be down. Usually systems don't last that long unless it's a major problem or storm, stuff like that. Or internet down or whatever. You know, so I didn't go back for about another month or two. The kids wanted chicken. It's what they wanted to have for dinner. So instead of cooking, I stopped by Popeyes. Twice that happened. And then I get to Wendy's in North Jackson on North Island. And the line's all the way back to the street. And the girls have been through a lot of stress lately. We all have. The whole family has. And then all of a sudden, you know, so when I ask them what they want to eat, they tell me. I try to go get it. I try to keep as much stress and worry off of them as much as possible. Now, they're not getting everything they want, but I'm trying to ease everything. And then all of a sudden, they're like, we want Wendy's. I'm like, great, we'll go to Wendy's. So I go to Wendy's, and the line's backed up all the way to the street. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait. I play a game on my phone while I'm waiting in line. I'm not a very patient person, but I'm working on that. So I'm waiting and waiting, and everything's fine. Everything's fine. I think about 7 cars later, so about 20, 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I start noticing people just standing around inside. I'm like, good Lord, you know, why aren't you working? You got a whole line here. I'm thinking maybe these people haven't clocked in yet, or they're going to clock in. I don't know. I'm trying to assume here the best, you know, something I'm trying to work on. And then all of a sudden, I get to the screen. I get to the damn screen. And this woman's like, I'm sorry, I can't take your order. No. She took she asked me what I needed and what I wanted. Like, what do you mean, what do I need? I'm at a restaurant. But she asked me what I wanted. I told her 3 kid chicken nugget meals, you know, 2 sweet teas, 1 Sprite. All of a sudden, she's like, oh, by the way, our systems are down. I can't take your order. I looked out. The caller in the line is back to the street again. I was like, there's no sign? Y'all couldn't have had someone come outside and tell all the cars that? You couldn't have had a sign in your window on the drive-thru of all the glass that you have that says systems down? What the hell was people doing while this was going on? All right, so back to my rant. Had a friend of mine come over, and we were talking. But if you have a restaurant, or you manage a restaurant, and you know your system is down, or you know your credit card machine is down, it's not that hard to write something down or to let your customers know. Let them know somehow. I don't care if you got to throw smoke screens. It's common damn sense. But all these damn restaurant workers want $15 an hour, and they can't even write on a piece of paper something good for their customers that pays their check. It's idiotic. It's stupidity. It's not a mistake. I'm sorry. There's decisions that have to be made, especially if it happens on a regular basis. And at Popeyes South, it must happen on a regular basis. Now, do I get that they are people that don't want to work? Absolutely. We have a president who is throwing out money. Boom! Here's some money. You don't have to work. There is help wanted signs everywhere. Now, that's good that there's help wanted signs up. But it's not good if people don't have any motivation to go work. You know, it's like my FedEx guy, okay? My FedEx guy just came up here a while ago, and he did it to my neighbor, and he just throws packages. We all see him on YouTube. Throw packages. I may upload it later on or something, even though it ain't got nothing to do with restaurants. So, well, I probably won't. I don't want to stray away from the channel. But I was like, what are you doing? I'm taking a package. I was like, so you just throw them? Because I didn't know what I ordered. So, I mean, I didn't know what it could be. Now, we have ordered a laptop for my daughter, so I was kind of worried about that. He's like, well, yeah, I'm sorry, sir. They didn't tell us not to. I said, what? They have to tell you not to? Does someone have to tell you to wipe your ass? Jesus. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, but quit being idiots. Go to work do your job and do it well, and you will get paid well. And for those companies that don't pay people well, that bust their butt on their jobs, screw you. It goes both ways. A great morale and great atmosphere builds a business. That's like a business in town, Lowe's, North Lowe's. They lost over 40 employees because of their manager, from what I was told. Over 40 employees. Do you know how hard it is for businesses to keep employees right now? You know how hard it is? Really hard. It baffles my mind, literally, that these people sit at a restaurant, lucky to even have a job. Lucky that me and other people are coming there to pay their bills, literally, for their screw-ups. And they constantly do screw-ups. And they don't even use any common sense. I don't care if you don't have a high school diploma. I don't care if you don't have a college degree. I know some people that didn't even finish high school that are intelligent as hell. All you have to use is common sense. It's that easy. So, I guess all I'm saying is, in restaurants, you've already struggled. You already got hit hard with the pandemic. It is your job. It is the restaurant employee's job, and the owners and the management to increase that trust and foundation in customers, and to bring revenue back in so employees can pay their bills, so employees can live, so employees can eat, so the business will survive, so the business owner will survive, so the restaurant will survive. It's really that simple. If your credit card machine is out, tell your customers somehow. Walk your happy ass outside that restaurant and say, hey, our machines are down. I hope you have cash on you. You don't, I'm sorry. You know, and even be like, here's a free drink next time you come. Again, I am sorry about that. Really, that simple. If your whole system's down and you can't even order food, you definitely walk out there, or you put a note out and say, hey, we can't order anything. Sorry you waited 30 minutes. Or it keeps them from waiting 30 minutes. And good God, if you know your system is down, do not be that idiot that takes the order. Oh, I'm sorry, you just wasted your time ordering that, plus the time you wasted in the line. Our system's down, we can't cook anything. That's why we're just standing around with our hands up in the air and playing on our cell phones. My God. Both of these restaurants, Wendy's and Popeyes, are still not doing dine-in. So they've lost revenue there. And now they lose. Popeyes they were still accepting cash. So maybe about half those people in that line, or more, paid. So they lost, say, 5 customers. What if they're family meals? They got a $30 family meal, each doing a $30 family meal. I'm sure their markup on that is over half, I would hope. So they lost a lot of money. And then Wendy's had 12 cars in line or more. And they're like, oh, our systems are down. Our systems are down. Our systems are down. What would you like today? I'd like, 3 chicken nugget meals for my kids. 2 sweet teas, 1 Sprite. Oh, our system's down. Get a life. Don't bitch about $15 an hour when you can't even do your job and use common sense.